This is Thursday, June 4, 2026. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Like I used to say before, the purpose of making videos, the purpose of bringing my reports is not to make someone to be afraid. It's not to scare you, but to prepare you. It's not to make you to start running out of your town because there is no place that is safe. The purpose of this report is to feed you with accurate information about what is going on in Nigeria. Now, after listening to this video, you are responsible to how you process it, what you are going to do with the video. But I think I have the duty to tell you what is going on. All right. About the Oyo students kidnap, something is about to happen in Nigeria. Something is about to happen. But this thing that is about to happen is not going to be something shocking to me. And if you have been following me, it will not be shocking. For the first time in Nigeria, I repeat, for the first time in Nigeria, the jihadists, when I mean jihadists, it comprises of ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Fundani Militia, Bokøharam, Lakurawa, Mahmuda. All of them have one mission: to overthrow the Nigerian government, install an Islamic state which will be governed by Sharia law. So, these people that kidnap Oyo school children, I want you to pay attention. They demanded 4 things. Apart from 1 billion naira that they said they are going to pay it to an account, a bank account number in another country, Benin Republic, they said that the Oyo state government should release the bandits in Agodi and Abondongo prison. So there are people they arrested that they should release them. Number 3 is that they are demanding 2 new Toyota Hilux. 2 new Toyota Hilux. Number 4, concession of some Oyo state law in favor of the bandits' land and Sharia law. In the history of Nigeria, I repeat, this is the first time the jihadists are demanding for Sharia law before they can release their victim. This is the first time they are demanding for Sharia law. But you know the most interesting thing? Well, a lot of people might not take Sunday Igboho serious any longer because people see him as someone who is not stable in his quest and direction. Sunday Igboho made a statement. He said in the process of trying to look for a way to rescue these people, that he discovered that politicians are the one who coordinated the kidnap of these Oyo school children. So when Sowore was leading people to Aso Rock today, they were shouting, Tinubu, Bokøharam, Tinubu, bandit, Rebadu, bandit. They know exactly what they are talking about. So Sunday Igboho said he knows these people, that he will release their names. He knows the people who coordinated the kidnap of these people. And guess what? These people coordinated it. You are still campaigning for them 2027. But that is not where I'm going to. Something is about to happen in Nigeria. Now, when you look at this video, you will see it's NAS TV. NAS TV on YouTube. That is National Assembly TV, where senators stream their live section. Live Senate plenary 23 hours ago. It has 666 views. 666 views at the time I watched it. And it had 8 likes at the time I watched it. You know, I pay attention to security very well in Nigeria. I know my reasons because I am after security. So, Ahmad Lawan is the former Senate president who handed over to Akpabio. He is still in the Senate. So, Ahmad Lawan made a statement. In fact, it's a very long speech. He was trying to tell people that something is wrong in Nigeria, that Bokøharam are gradually achieving their targets. He went on to say Bokøharam is about to achieve their goal. So when he made that statement, about 5 senators, I watched them. About 5 senators turned like this. They looked at Ahmad Lawan. Should I interpret it for you? Bokøharam are gradually achieving their targets. Bokøharam is about to achieve their aim. Ahmad Lawan is just trying to tell Nigerians. As you can see, people don't watch. Nigerians don't watch all these things now. Look at only 666 views out of 210 million people. Only 666 people were watching where they are telling them that they are about to be killed. You don't get it. Bokøharam is achieving their targets gradually, and Bokøharam is about to achieve their goal. It means that you are about to be killed. It means that you are about to be killed. Because Boko Haram achieving their aim is not about Islamizing Nigeria alone. You will be killed. It's not only about surrendering and say, oh, I surrender under your Sharia, bed, not kill me. They will kill you. They will kill you. They will destroy your land. They will rename your land. They will rename Nigeria. People should take this thing so serious. Something is about to happen in Nigeria.
Boko Haram gradually is achieving its target. This thing started by way of history from the northeast. Now it's in the southwest. And the modus operandi are the same. Abduct school children and their teachers. They know education. And more problematic elements growing up to be illiterates, renegades, and of course, very good pool for recruitments.
So, let me give you a brief introduction for those of you who have not been following me. Boko Haram aim, I repeat, is to conquer Nigeria, overthrow this government, then change Nigeria to an Islamic caliphate. They're about to establish a caliphate republic. Then they will now install a Sharia law. Okocha Pimasa is not saying this. This is their goal. It's their mission statement. You can go and verify it, okay? So, I have a serious problem. You know, what Ahmad Lawan said is something that is not supposed to be confidential. But I call it a confidential something because Nigerians make things to be confidential. There are some things they push away. If it is about celebrity news, about all these, the activists, they will be sleeping on that news. But look at you. The reason why Nigerians are dying like this is because for long, we have despised the truth. We have despised people who come to give you security contents. You hate it. You always like nyash, breast. You always like security. You always like celebrity news when you are at war. Have you seen anybody who is at war and be watching people dancing? No, you pay attention because if not, they will overrun you. And that is what has happened. Now, as Ahmad Lawan was saying something on the Senate floor yesterday, there are two videos, among the videos they sent to me, there are two videos that shocked me that yesterday. So, both of the videos are from Oyo State. Pay attention. Just stay with me in this video as we continue.
Gbogbo ṣọ́ọ̀bù kan ti close, everywhere ti close. Look at. Nígbà táwọn èèyàn gbé ìlú mọ́, ṣe ti rí. Ẹ wò tójú bá fọ́ ọmọ yín lágbára ṣe ti rí. Ṣe ti rí. Ẹ lè rẹ́ yẹ. No way. Ẹ lè rí kankan. Ẹ wò. Ah. Ó ga o.
We don't know how true this information is, but we have reports of bandits going to school in Akure to kidnap children. So other schools are now running out. Understand? Tinubu, God will punish you normally. See what they let people do. People, children in Akure. Today's date is what? Today's date is 3rd. This report is coming today, 3rd. Now, wow. Today's date is June. We are in June. Today's date is 3rd June 2026. So I think Tinubu don't put us and our children into. Normally, God is supposed to punish Tinubu. And see, this time Nigerians should get up. Unite yourself. Forget tribalism. As it stands now, I know among these children, they are having Hausa, they are having Igbo, they are having Yoruba here. All these are school children. They go kidnap your children. Nobody go talk. If you don't unite. May God help us. See our children, see our brothers and sisters running, fathers and mothers running to go and get their children.
All right. Just about, it's not up to a year now, August 2nd, 2025. I told you people that these terrorists will come out inside the town. That if they come out inside the town, that even developing villages will be deserted, not just about rural areas. It's not up to 1 year. Are you not seeing it? Like, I am just telling you now again. This is because I know these people's mission. So, if, for example, my mission is to go, I am from Delta State. If my mission is to go from Delta, maybe Asaba to Lagos. If I am in Benin City, you can predict that I'm going to Ore. I hope you are following me. If my mission is to go from Delta State capital Asaba to Ikeja, Lagos. And I started going. You now see me in Benin City. You already know that I will pass Ore before Ijebu, before you start entering Lagos. So I know where they are now. So because I already know their destination. I know their mission. I know where they are going. So right now, I see them in Benin City. But I know that they are going to Lagos. So I already know they are going to pass Ore. And what is Ore in this parable I'm giving you? Ore is that these terrorists will go from house to house. They will knock for you. If you didn't open door, they will burn you in the house. If you open door, they will bring you out. They will behead you. They will shout Allahu Akbar. They will do all sort of things. And the world is going to shake. You cannot overthrow Nigerian government without the plan they have put in place. And the plan they have put in place is that these people may achieve it. In the sense that these people plan simultaneous attack in almost every city. Attack once, beam. Where will military run to? Where will Air Force run to? By the way, the military are being controlled by the same power controlling the terrorists. Remember the question, who made the call? If you understand what I'm saying, you know what I'm talking about. So, that time, who is going to save you if not yourself? Who is going to save you if not yourself? So, at this point in time, people should be very, very careful. At this point in time, people should understand that we are not just facing maybe insecurity, terrorism. This is an existential threat. This is an existential threat. Right from time, we have been told that this thing is going to come, but nobody is taking it serious. I'm just telling you that with the way these people are going, imagine now, according to Sunday Igboho, I'm quoting him, that he said he knows politicians who led to the beheading of that teacher. So what would the question is, what would this politician gain? People will say, oh, what would Tinubu gain? People he swore to protect, how can they do things to kill them? That is because you don't understand what Takia is all about. I taught you people 5 principles of war that Bokøharam is using. By the way, don't ask me whether, how are you sure that Bokøharam is working with the Nigerian army? Go and listen to Nigerian military officers. They have told you this thing countless times. By the way, Bokøharam was appointed as a commissioner. You understand? We are not talking about Bokøharam in government who are in Aso Rock and Senate floor. I mean, people in the bush where they brought them, they appointed them commissioner in Bono. So it is just pure clear that these people are supporting the agenda of all these terrorists. So they are the same. Now, the question here that you have to ask yourself is that if the government are now supporting this thing, what is your fate? What is your fate? Now, let me just review what I was saying. The 5 Islamic principles of war that Bokøharam is using, ISIS, all these people they are using. Number 1 is Takia. That is the principles of deception. They can deceive you that they are doing something, they are not doing it. They can deceive you that they are fighting war, they are not fighting it. Who told you that carrying gun to go and look for Bokøharam is the solution? Who told you that it is the solution? Is it not people that are coordinating them? Is it not a politician that call military officers to leave that, what is it called? Terrorists are coming to kidnap school children? It is a modus operandi. This Jama'atu wa Jihad Islam, that is the original name of Bokøharam. You know, another name is this Bokøharam. Western education is prohibited. You understand? Western education is prohibited. The original name is that the Jihadist Army of Allah. Jihadist Army of Islam. And that is why Shegumi said that Bokøharam is a blessing to northern Nigeria. He made this statement very long time ago. People did not understand what he was saying. So, number 1 is Takia. That is principles of deception. They lie. Number 2 is Ahudabiyah. Ahudabiyah is a peace deal. The principles of peace deal. Any peace deal you see they are reaching, it is not about peace. It is about expansion. So, the peace deal you see is expansion. It's the principles of expansion. You make peace with your enemy. You use that time to spread, move. After you must have moved, you start attacking again. Then you make peace again, you move. So that is Ahudabiyah. It's the principles of war that these people are using. Then I talk about the principles of infiltration. Like they enter into the army, they enter into the politics, they buy form to do all those things. They enter Sorok and so on and so forth. So that is the principles of infiltration. They will infiltrate everywhere, decision-making bodies, and so on and so forth. So they will just be everywhere. So not people in the bush. It's the principles of war. So when you hear that, oh, they are recruiting these people, one House of Rep member said that the Bokøharam went to buy form. They went to buy form to join Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian army. These are the principles of infiltration. You know, these are principles of infiltration. I also explained further these principles of infiltration that was how the Afghanistan Taliban were able to chase away US out of their land, because they infiltrated the army that US was paying, US was teaching. They infiltrated the army, they bought form, they came, you taught them, they were working with you. After having rank, what happened? The main Talibans outside started increasing aggression. They started, fighting. And what US was seeing, that people they trained to fight were giving up because they were receiving call. Drop the gun, give up, tell your people to give up. Nobody, they didn't kill anybody. US saw what they did and US ran away. That is the principles of infiltration. And a lot of you don't know that it has finished. They have finished it in Nigeria. Foul. You see, people in Oyo State there, they know where these terrorists are. They know the time these terrorists sleeps. They know the time they carry food to them. Someone is going to give them food there. So these people knows everything from A to Z. They are aware. I have talked about the Takia principles of peace deal, which is Abu Dhabi. I'm talking about infiltration now. Don't forget about human shared principles of human shared. Then the last one is this a principle of denial. These principles of denial is not Takia. These principles of denial, they use it when they are doing aggression, when they are becoming aggressive. And when they are becoming aggressive, going everywhere, you know that is the final stage. At this point in time, they will bring out people who will be at the top, who will be in the media, who will be everywhere to tell you that, no, this thing that is happening is not this. This thing that is happening is not this. I know that these people started, doing this when they were telling you that it is farmers' headers clashes. So that thing you were hearing before, farmers' headers clashes, it wasn't farmers' headers clashes. There is nothing like clash between headers and farmers in the holistic form, the whole Nigeria. Are we clashing still in my village in Delta State? But these people are also there. So it wasn't farmers' headers clash. It was an aggressive principle of denial. So that aggressive principle of denial is what they use. Time will come, these people will start using hospitals, churches, mosques to keep ammunition. Like, only thing I'm telling people is that know the problem. Know the problem. After knowing the problem, equip yourself, go for training. Anything you want to do. But make sure you have gun. Make sure you have gun. Join security outfit. Let it be team to team, because these people are not giving up.